In my therapist's office, sobbing and describing my pain of loneliness to her. She looked me in the eye and asked me, "Winnie, did you know that even if you are in a relationship, you will still feel lonely?" At that moment, I felt like I was hit by a thunder and jolted me back into reality. Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt lonely before? According to the Snapchat Friendship Report 2020, 31% of Malaysians feel lonelier ever since the pandemic started, an increase of 10% right before the pandemic. Now, what is loneliness? Loneliness is a subjective experience of isolation, a gap between your desired and the actual feeling of connection. Now, is there a difference between loneliness and solitude? Yes. Loneliness is a negative state. It's a feeling of isolation and disconnection, whereas solitude is a feeling of content. It's a positive state where you enjoy being yourself, your own company, connection with yourself. Now, I remember Nikola Tesla said, "The secret to invention is to be alone." And last year during the MCO, I actually invented something. I wrote a book, so please stay tuned. However, as much as I love solitude, I also crave social interaction with friends. I have a group of friends which I hang out a lot with. However, I slowly noticed that the more I hung out with them, the more I felt distant and different. They like to talk about Blackpink. I only know Black Eyed Peas. They like to talk about AirAsia stock. I only know chicken stock. So the more I hung out with them, the more, instead of feeling connected and energized, I felt mentally and emotionally drained after each meeting. So this is what happens, and that reminds me of my therapist's words. Loneliness is not a lack of people. It's a lack of connection with someone or something. Someone can be isolated but not lonely, or lonely but not isolated. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Now, this is a lady, this is Julian. She was the first United States researcher to publish a global scale analysis on the link between social interaction and morbidity. And according to her findings, this is what she found out. Loneliness is as harmful as having 15 cigarettes per day, being an alcoholic, and it is as bad, as harmful as not exercising, and twice as harmful as being obese. Can you imagine having all of these negative effects whenever you feel lonely? The reports also show that loneliness increases your death by 26%. That's a lot. And it also increases other risks such as heart diseases, stroke, depression, and dementia. However, not to worry guys, there's a solution for that. And it's not finding more friends. I know because I have 1,000 friends on Facebook and I still feel lonely. What we can do instead is build deeper and more meaningful relationships. Now, in order to form intimacy in any relationship, we need 3 things: consistency, positivity, and vulnerability. Firstly, positivity. We need positive people in our lives. We want to surround ourselves with people who lift us up, who bring joys, and maybe food as well. So we want to surround ourselves with people. We don't want people who constantly bring us down or mock us when we are being vulnerable. That's the foundation of a relationship. And I remember this American psychological researcher Dr. Donne said that in a healthy relationship, you should remember the 5-to-1 ratio. Every negative interaction should be rewarded by 5 positive interactions. Moving on, consistency. Now when we meet consistently like in Toastmasters, we get comfortable with each other and we develop trust. And of course we build beautiful memories together, right?
Yes.
Which leads us to our third point, which is vulnerability. Someone who we can talk to. When we share a lot of things together, memories, when we trust each other, this is where we can share our deepest feelings and innermost desires and insecurities. Now, when you have all of these three elements in your relationship, you will feel satisfied, safe, and seen. Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, loneliness is scary, but you don't have to face this alone. Whenever you feel lonely, it means that your body is trying to tell you something. Acknowledge that and do something about it. Ask a person out for coffee or a hike. Or if you're staying alone, you can invite us over for dinner. Right, Anita?
Yes.
No, I saw you too. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, there are so many ways to build meaningful relationships. And if you are struggling with chronic loneliness and it's affecting your mental health, please seek professional help. I've been seeking professional help for the past 10 years, and I'm not ashamed to share it with you that it's okay to admit your weakness. It's okay to admit that you need help. We are after all humans. Donne said that no man is an island, entire of its own. We are a part of each continent. Thank you. Back to you.